Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another segment of the MCR. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit of sports. Normally, we are not a sports channel. I am far from being a sports enthusiast, and unlike Mac, I am not a baseball aficionado. Uh, in this segment, we're going to talk about it's pretty much a done deal that the Oakland A's or Athletics, they are leaving Oakland, California, and they're heading to Las Vegas. Uh, and it's pretty much a done deal. Any info, Mac, on what you might know about this playing out?
Well, 3 years ago, I was in a vacation or having a vacation in Las Vegas, and an Uber driver told me about this. He said it's a done deal. They're going to move to Las Vegas, and the backstory here is that the A's have been having problems. They have a horrible stadium in the Coliseum. It's really built for football. They're trying to play baseball in it. It doesn't work. They get no, despite having some very good teams over the years, they get very poor attendance. And now that they're not great, they're getting even worse attendance. Um, so yeah, they're looking to move. This franchise has moved. This will be the fourth move, I believe. They started in Philadelphia, moved to Kansas City, then moved to Oakland. Yeah, so it'd be four if they moved to Las Vegas.
Well, as I predicted, Mac did not let me down on his wealth of baseball knowledge. uh, just a little FYI, this is the same team that the movie Moneyball was about, starring Brad Pitt. Uh, the word on that movie was it was somewhat accurate, though the manager took issue with the way he was depicted in that movie.
Yeah,
But
I would tell you this: everything that they say happened, other than the portrayal of Art Howe, who's the manager, who disputes it. Like for instance, in the movie, he's supposed to be on a 1 year contract, when in fact at that point in time he was on a 2 year contract. So that almost everything in the movie is true, but the sequence of events are misportrayed for Hollywood purposes. It's a very good movie. I love watching it.
I love it too. I've seen it at least 5 times. And something in the movie that I noticed mentioned in this one news article that I have in front of me, it basically the Oakland A's was almost for lack of a better term, and you might be able to better describe this, the farm club for the rest of baseball. These
Yeah, and
guys,
they were that when they were Kansas City. It was like the Yankees farm team. If they developed a good player, right to the Yankees they went.
uh, and the word on that is they, and again, Mac, you might know more of this than I do, but they were putting the blame of that on the owner because the owner just wasn't going to dish out the bucks to retain the player. So once they were able to become a free agent, uh, just like the one guy running off to the New York Yankees because the Oakland A's owner wasn't going to pay him what he thought he was worth, you know, and that just seems to be a recurring theme from what I've read. Uh,
Yeah,
and,
they've
and
had a lot of that.
and I see that in the news article. I'm looking at an article written by a Robert Spencer, and he said this is a done deal. The only thing that's waiting to actually occur is the stadium in Las Vegas being built so that they can move into it.
Yeah,
But
as you know, I was recently in Las Vegas, and of course that's a big story there because that gives them three major sports. They have the Golden Knights in hockey. They have now the A's. They have what's their other sports? Oh, the Las Vegas Raiders, which also came
which
from
was
Oakland.
the Oak? I was just going to bring that up.
So
Yeah.
you could relate. Las Vegas is picking Oakland the same way the Yankees picked the players off the A's over the years.
Well, in this news article I was reading, it made reference to this is going to be the third team to leave the city of Oakland for whatever reason. Football, baseball. What was the other one? Hockey or something? I forget.
Well, it's a Democrat city, but I'll give them kudos here. I don't believe that municipalities should be building stadiums for billionaires.
Well, and in that regard, yeah, you're kind of got to agree with that.
Yep.
But the thing of it is, though, I just right now with California being California,
yeah.
and with all the insane political positions that are kind of sprouting up, whether it be reparations or taxes or environmental regulations, why stay there? One of the reasons mentioned is the city was just putting out too many hoops for the Oakland A's to jump through, and you know what? At that point, the owner says, "You know what? Screw you. I'm out of here."
Yeah, they have their side of the story too. The same thing is happening in Chicago with the Chicago Bears. Lori Lightfoot just was making it impossible for the Bears to do anything. They wanted to put a dome on that stadium, Soldier Field, which is 100 years old. It's just ridiculous because the weather there is brutal. The White Sox probably ought to be playing in a dome stadium, as should the Detroit Tigers. They have a dome in Milwaukee. They have a dome in Toronto. I mean, these northern cities with the weather, it's just they need to be at least retractable domes. But the core issue here is with the moving of the A's is that why should the public fund a stadium they can't afford to go to?
Yeah, really.
Joe and Susie Q Public, they can't go to the ball game that they built the stadium for.
Well, throw this into the mix. Is it even safe getting to and from the stadium?
Yeah, in Detroit here we have Comerica Park, and one of the I don't like the stadium, as you know, for a bunch of reasons.
You're a
one
purist.
Of the hassles, and one of the things that keeps me from going, besides the kneeling and all that nonsense and Gay Pride Night, is that you get so hassled going to the stadium from your car, which you hope is still there when you come back, by the way. And then you got to deal with all these street hustlers.
You know what? And you got to go in somewhat of a group for your own personal safety too. Do not do a one man mission there. Yeah, you're taking your life to your
haven't
hands.
done it.
But anyways, I just I was inclined to share this news about the Oakland A's. I'm not really much of a sports guy, so as far as them staying in Oakland or moving to Las Vegas, I don't care. I guess my point is maybe this is maybe put this in the column of this is what California deserves if they're going to.
It's certainly of their doing. It's taken from the player's position. They got to be whooping it up. There's no state tax in Nevada. No state tax in Nevada, while California has the highest state tax in the nation.
Well, here's some, and of course this just entered my mind. So you might see what your thoughts are on this. Las Vegas, by technical party affiliation, that's a Democrat city.
Yes,
but that's a far cry from the Democrat city of Oakland and San Francisco and California itself. I mean, when you think of both of these being Democrat run, they are hardly similar.
Although they are working on it in Las Vegas, I would tell you, they're not for killing the golden goose. While in California, they don't care.
Yeah, really, for sure. So, and that thought just kind of entered my mind as we were kicking this around. So, and that's all I got. I guess. Yeah, from a player's perspective, you would much rather be in Vegas than Oakland.
Yep.
So, and the weather there ain't all that great. For those not unfamiliar with Central California weather, they say a summer day in San Francisco can be pretty brutal, given the way it sits on the bay and everything. Anyways, that's all I got. Any final thoughts?
No, this is just, as you say, it's in the big picture, it's a result of California in general. But municipalities just aren't going to pay billionaires way along the trail, and they think they should.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm kind of with the fans on this one.
Okay. All right. And that's it for this sports segment. We'll catch you on the next one. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.